What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, September 16th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all. Hope you're ready for this Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Let's take a look at this Monday. We are a day away from a lunar eclipse in Pisces. Bing, bang, boom. Well, I do think with this moon coming into Pisces and building up towards that full moon that if you haven't already been feeling like there's a lot of subconscious energy that's kind of trying to wrap you back in, kind of bring you maybe out of a pure form of yourself, maybe have you like tempted, because I know I've been feeling this for the last week, and maybe there's some other things to it, but I've talked to a few people too that feel the same. So it's like there's this really interesting subconscious energy to this lunar eclipse, and I think that it's really important and really heightened right now of like being as conscious as we can. We got of course the sun and Mercury here in Virgo, and like we need to be paying attention, and we need to be trying to be like clear and sober enough, and sober for however that works for you. Like I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but there's definitely energy that wants us to slip. It feels like tests. It feels like unconscious sort of universal tests of like little trigger things, little things that we might be trying to graduate from, trying to suck us back in. And we want to be careful of these sort of unconscious traps, or even a little bit of like unconscious traditions. And especially with Pluto here in Capricorn, just for a little bit longer, but it's here right now. There's all these like programmings that we've created for ourselves, that society has kind of created based on where we grew up, our families, society in general. Gosh, it's a big time. It's a big graduation point for a lot of us, and we have to be like very careful because it's so sensitive as this moon comes into Pisces, and it could feel so good to escape and to not, be present. And I think especially this week with a lunar eclipse and then building into eclipse season and a solar eclipse, of course, that's just 2 weeks after, we're fully in eclipse season, right? So we need to be like very careful. We want to pass these tests, whatever these tests are for ourselves. So like look at your life and pay attention to like where you're feeling like you want to slip up. For me, because some of it's sugar. Some of it is desire for like attention, like feeling like I want attention, especially from women. So it's very interesting because it's some things that I feel like I've been working on in my own life, and I'm seeing these things come up right now. Or even, like how can I escape a little bit, like with certain substances, like I've been like considering it, right? So it's interesting that I've been experiencing that because I've been so clear and focused for most of the summer, especially, and getting tested a little bit. So look at where you're getting tested a little bit and try not to fall into subconscious traps. Let's try to be very mindful and intentional with what we're letting into our energy right now, and what we're letting sort of what we're doing to feel comfortable. Are we, again, taking a higher road? Are we being mature within our own soul? Are we having integrity for what is going to purify and harvest a better life? These are big questions, I think, and I'm definitely having to ask those questions too. So pay attention. Mars is coming off that square to the nodes, intensifying this eclipse energy. It's like we're all trying to find comfort right now. We're trying to identify with something that feels good, and we have to just be able to feel good. It really can't be from an outside situation, Libra. I don't know why I made that the weirdest squiggle ever, but we don't want it to be this outside Libra situation where it is people or things or something that's going to put us into the right pocket of our own equilibrium. We really want to be able to like feel safe and nurture ourselves into the equilibrium through identifying where we need to continue to work, where we need to continue to be present, and to not give in to certain temptations or patterns in our life. Venus, 22 degrees of Libra. Well, guess what? Today it is exactly opposite. Chiron in Aries. So this is definitely bringing relationships into the mix. They've been in the mix. People but this is our self-worth, our values. This is money. This is a lot of things. Our senses. And overall, just our feelings about ourselves and others. So very interesting. Could definitely be getting tested by people. Could be easy to get a little, I don't know, emotionally triggered, I think. Feeling like, wow, that's not fair. Somebody else gets to do that. I don't get to do that. Really feeling like there's just you're not getting the justice that you want. But there's also the really beautiful side of it. That's like everything that you have a relationship with in life is really helping you identify yourself better and to love yourself better. And I think with this transit especially, it's like you got to remember to love yourself first. You just really got to remember to love the person you've become, the things that you want to start, the way the growth, and to just love where things can go and to be excited for where they're going to continue to go. And to be excited for where relationship changes can go if they need to be made because there's an identification. And definitely not feeling too, wounded by situations that deal with others. But there's definitely a force of that right now. So, or even if it's money situations, right? Like feeling very separate or on the other side of maybe the financial desires and things that you might want that might help with some of the Mars square the node securities, comforts in life that we want to identify with. So, definitely like an important time to heal from certain things we have a relationship with, be it people, be it ourselves, be it money, abundance. We definitely need to be taking the high road. So this is like a big eclipse to like really spiritually evolve and take a high path, and not like a high escaping path, like a really high vibrational path to your own justice that you're identifying and creating for yourself, and therefore being able to clean up the messes, not compound messes just to analyze and critique ourselves and to beat ourselves into oblivion or to beat others into oblivion over decisions and things that they made up for themselves, but to really take a lot of accountability, responsibility. It's very sensitive today. The energy is going to be high. It's going to be intense. Don't slip. Remember what I said during the last, the new moon in Virgo with Pluto just ingressing back into Capricorn, and how it's steep at the top of the mountain and it's easy to fall and there's snow and it's slippery. Well, we're definitely being tested here at the peak in many ways of a big spiritual evolution and a big moment of growth and a big catalyst here for things that we're going to really be able to identify with and go after in our life, and big time relationship energy that can really bring positive relationships to many, many, many different things into our lives. So you really want to be on your game this week, and especially this Monday. So start Monday off right, pay attention, do the right things, be in integrity. Don't escape for just a hit of dopamine. Don't slip right now. You got to put the crampons on and dial in, and it's going to pay off. And I feel like it's not easy right now because it's easy to want to do the thing we know we shouldn't, and I feel like it's so accessible. Like it's just so accessible. Like that's the test. Is like there's just this accessibility to the slip, and we just got to be really mindful and on our game, big time. So that's really what I have for you. The moon will also trine Mars. So I think when we are identifying from a very like high vibrational perspective, we're able to delineate the emotions in a powerful way and identify certain things that are not serving our best interests, that are trying to tip the scales in the wrong direction, and make, really strong choices for our own well-being, and our spiritual development just as much as our physical development. And yeah, we got to try to really start this week off strong. So stay strong. Do the things that you know are good for you, that are liberating. The sun's getting ready to trine Uranus in a couple days. This lunar eclipse is making big aspects to Uranus, and they're good ones. And Pluto and Uranus are in their trine, and Neptune and Pluto are in their sextile. And this is one of the tightest sextiles we're going to get with Pluto and Neptune ever again. Neptune's going to really start to notch away from that sextile that's been in, almost everybody watching this channel, I bet, has a 5-degree orb or so of Pluto Neptune. So that era is almost coming to an end. So there's just like a lot of interesting changes, and it's definitely like revolutionary for our identities and the rest of the journey here. And it's so interesting to see values change right now and certain growth aspects. So pay attention to your unique values and where you're growing, and stay on the growth that you feel's the most, liberating and special to you. And don't slip into the stuff that you've already put so much work and effort into to leave behind. Like, that's just like little tricks that are being played on us. And not that like we can't slip and get back up again. We can, but I think the less that we can slip, the easier the rest of the summit is going to go here. So yeah, high energy day. Having to be like very emotionally aware and intellectually aware, spiritually aware, physically aware of a lot of our own cycles and a lot of our own stories. And yeah, just be careful out there. Do the right thing for yourself. That's the message today. You got to do the right thing for yourself. Spiral up. King of Pentacles upright. Yeah, we need that. We need to be really strong in our physical form right now, and sovereign. Make some rules for ourselves and follow those rules. And make sure that, people in our lives are following those rules of our values too. And I'm not saying make, sure they are, like lock them away in the galley or something, but this is definitely like, you got to be strong right now to stay on your throne, to keep progressing towards your values, keep progressing towards the things that are going to make your life better. And there's just like these little traps that are just going to take us off our own throne. And we can get back on it. Like, I'm not going to get all fatalistic about these things. We can always get back on it. But today, be on your throne of power. Be in your truth. Do the things that are, you feel it, are going to make your life better. And don't give in for a little bit of dopamine somewhere in something that is such a temporary fix that's really only getting us out of our own empowered version of ourselves. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful Monday. I'll see you all Tuesday for a lunar eclipse in Pisces. Also, I'll probably go live later this morning and do some sun sign horoscopes. Get those out for you all. This Monday seems like a good day to do it. So yeah, keep an eye out for a live if you want to see your sun sign horoscope. I appreciate you all, love you all, and I will see you later and on Tuesday. Much love. Peace.